So we are going to be watching the news about Lords of the Fallen. Here it is. There's new videos out. People are able to play the game. We're watching this video by Ziostorm. I like this guy. I've seen a couple of his videos, seen Asmon react to him as well. And we're gonna give our thoughts and criticisms, as I already have 2 videos on this game out. You should check those out. And yeah, we're gonna see what we think about the news that they have discovered about Lords of the Fallen. And with that, let's get right into it.
I've been playing Lords of the Fallen for about 15 hours now, and we have a very good game on our hands.
15 hours is a good amount of time too.
Souls-likes that's ever been made, but I'll save a lot of those thoughts for my official review, which will be going up pretty soon. Today, I want to take a deep dive into the gameplay and break down a lot of the things that you absolutely need to know, because even if you're a Souls veteran and are familiar with these types of games, Lords of the Fallen introduces a ton of new features and twists on the genre that'll take even the best of us by surprise.
That I'm excited for. Whenever they say a type of game is coming out and it's gonna be like this certain type of game, but they then say it introduces a lot of new twists. How did he call it?
Introduces a ton of new features and twists on the genre.
A ton of new features and twists. Oh, that gets me going. That gets the juices going. Cause it's like, you know, Elden Ring just worked, you know. It's the only Souls games I've played, and it just works. And obviously, if I were to put myself in the position of these companies and I was gonna make a game, I would like for it to resemble really, I'm trying to put this in the right words. I would like for it to really be like the other real Souls games that are out, because I know it works. But the fact that, from what I know already and from what he's saying, reconfirming as he has played 15 hours of the game, that they introduce a lot of twists and turns and different stuff. Oh yeah,
that'll take even the best of us by surprise. All footage in this video will be from the intro levels of the game, so no need to worry about spoilers.
Good,
so
I don't want any.
Today, if you want to stay up to date on all things Lords of the Fallen and are excited for the game, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I have
subscribe to Ziostorm, guys,
about it that you will not want to miss. But with all that, let's get into it. When you begin,
and me too. Thanks.
In your game in Lords of the Fallen, the first thing you're going to want to get a grip on is combat. And this game has a traditional Soul-style combat to it, with many twists. It revolves around blocking, dodging, and pacing your attacks, identifying enemy attack patterns, and adapting to their rhythm. Your R1 is a basic light attack.
Yeah, did or didn't?
Identifying enemy attack. It revolves around blocking, dodging, and pacing your attacks, identifying enemy attack patterns, and adapting to their rhythm.
Didn't?
Dodging and pacing your attacks, identifying.
Oh my god. I kept hearing I didn't find. Yeah, sorry about that.
Attack patterns and adapting to their rhythm. Your R1 is a basic light attack. R2 is a strong attack that can be charged, and these offer new attacks right after dodging, as well as sprint attacks that can deal a bit more damage.
Okay, makes sense.
The primary means of avoiding damage are your dodges, which is a short dash while locked onto a target and a leaping roll when free aiming. You can use L1 to block attacks, which will cause you to take a bit of residual damage, but you can get that health back.
Yeah, I've heard that is like what Bloodborne had. See how the health here, like it's gray, and then when you hit them back, exactly, yeah. So I haven't played, actually, okay, I've played Bloodborne, like 2 hours of it when it came out or something. I think my sister had bought the game, or I don't remember, but I played a little bit of it, and I didn't even know what a Souls-like game was back then. I just thought it was a hard game, and I kind of like lost interest. I think I was just not in the right time to play a Souls game. I don't know, but from what I remember and also know, like have heard people say, is that residual damage thing. That's cool. I think that like really shows you that you should be aggressive somewhat and not be scared of these enemies all the time. And that's a good mentality to have in these types of games, because or else you'll be having a really rough time. But yeah.
can perform a perfect block by timing it right when you get hit by an attack to take minimal residual damage, but to build up a large portion of stagger against your enemy. The stagger meter can be found along your reticle.
Oh, it's nice that you see it.
Attacking and perfect blocking both contribute to this, and if a perfect block is performed when the stagger meter is depleted, you'll get the chance to do a visceral attack and large damage to your target.
That's cool. From what I remember, you couldn't do that in Elden Ring. Correct me if I'm wrong. In Elden Ring, there was a posture, and you could break the posture and then do that attack, but there was no bar or anything that showed it, right? Yeah, it's gonna be cool to see it. I wonder how it's gonna be like in game though, like once I play it, because I don't have an early access, sadly.
Another layer is ranged combat, which can be switched to on the D-pad, allowing you to deal damage from afar with whatever ranged option you have equipped. And this is its own slot. It does not override your weapons, but it is where you'll equip your magic if you choose to go that route. Instead of having ammo, ranged attacks pull from a bar beneath your stamina, which refills at vestige.
Oh, that bar is basically for ranged attacks.
Switch to magic will be replaced by a mana bar.
Oh, so this gray bar here will turn, I'm assuming, blue if you use magic. Okay, that's cool.
When it comes to your moment-to-moment combat, one of the absolute most important
I want to see how he moves.
Is positioning, making sure you're out.
Well, I want to see that. Where was it? There was nope. I wish I knew what I was doing. Let's see if that was legit. Yeah. Yeah, okay, looks good.
Of your fights will be against more than one enemy, so it's very important to be aware of your surroundings so that you don't get caught off guard and pulled into
some obvious statements there.
Pick up as you play. But that about does it for the basics of combat. Let's switch to something a little bit more advanced. Mornstead is
I'm excited for this.
Between two realities,
Umbral and Axiom.
The living Axiom and the world of the dead, Umbral, and you'll have to traverse both in order to make it through your journey. Your tool for peering between worlds is the Umbral lamp, which can be used with L2 to give you a connection to the other side, but only with what's within the lamp's light. This can reveal puzzles, hidden paths.
I hope that the puzzles and the hidden lamps are good. What did he say? Lamps?
To the other side, but only with what's within the lamp's light. This can reveal puzzles, hidden paths,
okay. Yeah, I really hope that's done well, because I don't know how this game is gonna be, since I have no clue about, like, I've never played anything made by CI Games, or I guess Hexworks. This is their debut game from what I know. So in any case, I hope that they incorporate it well, because like obviously, like I've seen this clip where you can go through this thing here,
together, making this less of an annoyance and more of an exciting opportunity to explore.
Yeah, exactly how he says. Like I really want this to be an exciting way that they use it, because I've seen some of the clips where it looks cool, but like I really wonder how it's gonna be in the long-term gameplay. Also, from what I know, this game is 30 hours long, right? Around 30 hours, 30 plus, depending on, you know, New Game Plus and PvP and whatnot, but story mode. It's around 25, 30 hours from what I've heard. And if he's already 15 hours in, then he's around halfway in by now. So that technically means that this is gonna be like until 15 hours in, Umbral is fun. And the whole lamp thing, you know? I got a fucking lamp somewhere here, I think. Oh, I threw it away. I had a lamp, like a literal lamp. Like that lamp, literally like it was like metal. And then there's a lamp. Oh man, I think I threw it away because I was trying not to be a hoarder. Anyways.
Umbral is home to powerful enemies, and the longer you spend there, the tougher they get. As you stay in Umbral, immediately
look at them eyes.
In the top of your screen will continue to grow longer and longer, and as it fills up, the threats will grow. More enemies will spawn, as well as more powerful enemies. If you happen to
just kill him. What do you mean? Just fucking kill him.
To let the eye fill up all the way, then you may just be as good as dead. To let the eye fill up all the way, then you may just be as good as dead. I've not survived this a single time.
I will. Surviving for 1 hour when the eye is full like that. Yeah. And every time I die, something happens. Or maybe if I survive 1 hour, I got some ideas. Let me know if you guys have any cool ideas, but yeah.
But I'll let you figure out exactly what happens for yourself. But your lamp is not the only way into Umbral. After all, it is the world of the dead. So when you die in Axiom, you'll
That's cool.
in Umbral. And
that's really nice.
In boss fights, because not only will it give half of your health back, with the rest of it being residual damage, but you'll also have a very short window of invulnerability and can pace your heals around when you want to use that resurrection.
You'll have a window of invulnerability. That means, oh, now watch a lot of fucking classic fucking Souls hardcore players be like, this game is too easy. Oh, give me some real challenges.
Which is why it's smart to return to Axiom whenever you can, because you're essentially giving yourself a free life. But the lamp's abilities go beyond just being a portal. It can also be a very useful tool in combat, with an attack called a soul flay, which can rip the soul out of an enemy, allowing you a window to deal big damage, which builds up residually.
Big damage.
You can also direct the soul in a direction and the enemy will follow.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm about to cheese the fuck out of that. Anytime there's a ledge like this, anytime, y'all know where that soul is going.
Includes off cliffs. Using a soul flay consumes a charge of the icon you can see in the top, right below your range attack bar, which can be recharged by absorbing glowing mounds in Umbral, and it can be upgraded throughout the game to get more. Occasionally, you may also find enemies that you can't hurt. This is because of Umbral parasites, little wisp that you can see hanging off the enemy that you have to suck up with your lamp. They provide buffs to whatever they're attached to, most of the time in the form of a shield. One way to
Yo, that's fucking sick. Holy shit. Yo, like, this game looks so promising. Like, yo, sorry, by the way, you guys might be hearing rain. I don't know if my mic is picking it up. Sorry about that. But yo, that's sick.
Get back to Axiom from Umbral is through the use of a vestige seedling. Occasionally you'll find convergence of roots and flowers where you can plant a vestige seed and create your own vestige. And these can usually be found after boss fights, or sometimes right before. But the interesting thing about vestige seedlings is that a lot of times you'll find yourself without one. So unlike a lot of the items in this game, this is one thing where you might actually want to use pretty sparingly.
Okay, so you won't have too many of them.
Simply become across a vestige seedbed right after you have a stationary vestige. It may not be worth using, because there are times where the run between vestiges is very long, and you can find the opportunity for a vestige seedling.
Yeah, obviously you have to use it smartly, I'm assuming, to
midway through that path. And trust me, at that point you're gonna wish you had.
I'm sorry, I'm also like kind of analyzing the surroundings
because
here.
There are times where the run.
This looks like a cool vibe. I just hope the whole game's not this vibe, but I've seen trailers and stuff. I've seen many different aesthetics.
Between vestiges is very long, and you can find an opportunity
but this looks
for
cool.
a vestige seedling about midway through that path. And trust me, at that point you're gonna wish you had one. But of course, the majority of the time you're using your lamp will be to solve puzzles, traversing the world in ways that are only available in Umbral. And you cannot forget that. Anytime it seems like you've come against a dead end, chances are you just need to check the other world.
Yeah, that's kind of cool actually. Like, you know, in a lot of games, whenever you come to a dead end and you don't see a reason, you look up first, you look left, right, but then when you notice that there's nothing there, you're telling yourself, oh, I probably missed something before, which still might be the case in this game as well. But one thing that I find cool is in the lamp is that not all the answers are in Axiom, right? So a lot of times, like, you feel a little bit stuck, you take the lamp and you'll probably find like, oh shit, there's like a thing. There's a thing there. Do the thing and like, yeah, it's gonna be sick.
Remember, they flow together. But now that you understand how the game is played, another major portion of your playtime will be spent at Skyrest, which is the game's main hub. Here you'll find all the
main
NPCs
hub
to give you the lore breakdowns, essential character upgrades, as well as many merchants to give you new gear. You'll want to check back here every time you beat a boss.
Okay, this is exactly like in the Souls game. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk. Actually, I'm not gonna talk for all the Souls games. I'm just gonna say exactly like in Elden Ring. That's what I'll say.
You'll notice an NPC has left where you last found them outside of Skyrest, and of course the unspoken rule of Souls-likes: always talk to every character until they start repeating themselves.
That's what chat told me when I was playing Elden Ring.
The world around it. You want to check out Skyrest and Umbral as well.
Oh, that's sick.
Some NPCs only reside on the other side.
That's sick. Like, you see some sort of a dark merchant or something, and like he only resides in Umbral world, which means that whenever you're in Axiom and you're like in, oh my Fuck! I want to play this game. What are we today? October 6th. Oh, 1 week left. This crack.
Really like the hub in this game. It's got a lot going on, and it connects very seamlessly to the world around it. And there's enough puzzles and mystery involved as well to explore that I find myself passing time very fast when I'm here. But now let's go over some other things that are really cool and that you'll want to know before diving. I'm very fast when I'm here. But now let's go over some other things that are really cool.
All right, I don't want to be like nitpicking, and I don't think I am. Like, did you see this shit? That's kind of an L, bud.
Find myself passing.
Wait, I'm being dumb right now. Hold up. What the oh, here. I just do like, I'm kind of skeptical here. So you roll and land. So the hitbox is like, it's like here. This is the hitbox. Okay. They could still patch some stuff before the game comes out, guys. Chill. I'm not hating. Hey, if anything, I'm hyped for this game. I'm just showing you guys the truth. But yeah, it's fine. So it's really not a big deal. I'm serious. It's not a big deal. Oh shit, wait.
Diving in. First of all, in this game, plunge attacks do a massive amount of damage. Pressing R2 while falling will do a strong attack in midair, and if you land on an unsuspecting enemy, you can usually take them out in one hit. When making your build and deciding what kind of weapon you want to use,
dual wielding
you may want to consider is dual wielding.
Yeah.
Dual wielding weapons unlocks an entirely new moveset while still being able to block and guard. The only
you can block and guard with 2 weapons, I guess.
Is that while this increases your damage than just only using one weapon, these attacks tend to have longer combos, meaning that once you press
the animation,
attack, you're going to be stuck in the animation until it finishes, and this leaves you more vulnerable than only using.
Just plan it out better, bro. What do you mean?
One. But a really cool trick you can do with this is begin the combo while dual wielding, then switch to two-handing one weapon. It'll continue the combo with the two-handed moveset, and then you can switch back to finish the combo with the dual wield moveset. So
okay, that looks cool. It does, and it sounds like a cool trick, but that I feel like it still takes a long time.
Moveset, and then you can switch
look at
back
it
to finish the combo with the
look at this. There's a pause.
Dual wield moveset. So
and then he has to sheathe the sword, take the sword, hit, right?
Combo with the two-handed
look at this.
And then you can switch back to finish the combo with the dual wield moveset.
Sheathe,
so
take, hit. Yeah, it's fast. It's not too slow, but like I don't know if he found like some major glitch, but I'm glitch, whatever. Good tactic or whatnot. But I guess we'd have to try it out.
Does not reset your combo. Now the reason this may be useful is, let's say in a boss fight when you have downtime between the boss's attacks to punish,
I guess
enough to get a full dual wielded combo, then you could begin the combo while dual wielding.
That's about the same time though.
2 steps in, and then finish the combo in the two-handed.
It's literally the same time from what I see. Maybe there might be a millisecond of difference, but look.
Reset your combo. Now the reason
see that it wasn't that like.
So when you switch stances, it does not reset your combo.
1,
now, the
2.
reason this may be useful is, let's say in a boss fight when you have downtime
1,
between the boss's
2.
attacks to punch.
Okay, I know I'm not a fucking I'm not a clock or whatever. Like, yeah, I counted myself, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not that different, and if anything, it's actually weaker because you would be going from a dual wield big damage to, instead of hitting again with 2 weapons for big damage, you would have to sheathe, take, stab, but with 1 sword only. So I don't. It's cool that he said it. It's a good idea. Like I want to try it out. That's for sure. And I probably wouldn't have thought of trying it out if it wasn't for him saying this. But from what I see, it doesn't look like that much of a good plan. But sure, it's cool. I like that you can do it though. It is cool that you can like play around with that.
Not enough to get a full dual wielded combo. Then you could begin the combo while dual wielding, maybe get 1 or 2 steps in, and then finish the combo in the two-handed moveset. This is something that's going to take a lot more experimentation to really figure out.
Yeah.
But I can see this being especially useful in PvP whenever we get to try that. Another thing
yeah,
you
maybe.
keep an eye on are damage types. You can see I've buffed my swords with fire against the Congregator of Flesh, which is the elemental type that he's weak to. Now when dealing damage that the enemy is weak to, you'll see your numbers pop up in red. But you may also see them pop up red even when you're not doing any elemental damage. Red means that you're doing above average damage than what that enemy would normally take.
Yeah.
If your numbers are popping up white, then that means that you're doing the average amount of damage that enemy should be taking. And if you find an enemy that's taking gray damage,
that's some weak
that
bitch.
Either
we're never gonna be there. It's never gonna happen.
Resisting your damage type, or your DPS is too low.
Never gonna happen.
Receiving. It's still possible.
Okay, so that's cool. Actually, that's really cool. Like you're fighting some bitch, and like you swing at him, and it's red. You're doing big dick damage. You know that. And then if you swing and it's just white, it's like, oh, it's good. I'm at a good place. You know, it's okay. Not good enough for me though. But yeah, it's good. And if it's like gray or whatever, that's like ass. That's cool. I like that they incorporated that.
Possible to be doing gray damage even when you have the proper elemental type, but most of the time if you're dealing the proper damage type that your enemy is weak to, that'll be your best key to getting into red. Occasionally throughout the world you'll find red moths surrounding a lamp on the ground. If you use your lamp to soul flame, you'll pull a red spirit from the lamp. This is a spirit of a fallen player who died to a nearby enemy. The moths will then create a trail to the enemy that killed the player, and that enemy will take on the name of the player they killed.
Okay, that's... Wait, let me see what he says.
Head here is named Benji, and then another time named Barbarian.
Okay, that's fucking sick. Yo, okay, so... Oh, that's really cool. I really like that. Damn. So, like in Elden Ring, I guess you have that, like when you can press on the red blood stain on the floor, it shows how the guy died, but like just him, the body of the player, how they died. But in this game, it's the moths that go to the enemy that killed the player, and then they take the name. Oh, that's sick. That's creative. It's pretty cool. Holy shit.
Jimmy, it seems like a lot of people died to these guys, and they are one of the hardest enemies I've encountered so far.
I'll kill it immediately. What do you mean? Hardest enemies? Watch me fuck this guy.
And that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Thanks for a cool little interaction, and you'll get an achievement for avenging a fallen lamp bearer.
Oh, that's cool.
One other cool feature that Lords of the Fallen has is a photo mode, activated by pressing start and then L3. And while in photo mode, everything freezes. So during my time of playing the game, this served as a great pause button. Now,
that's cool.
Considering that Lords of the Fallen is an online...
That's gonna be some crazy thumbnails for you guys.
Game with multiplayer, I'm not exactly sure how these two are going to coincide. My assumption is that photo mode won't be available while playing multiplayer. But
yeah, obviously.
While playing single player, you have a lot
unless you want to be seen like getting whacked in the head.
Here. And there is an in-game photo gallery which can be accessed from the title screen so that you can save those pictures.
I like that the different filters as well, retro and whatnot, Polaroid, sepia. Yeah, it's cool.
But that is
true, during fights. Yeah, it's gonna be sick for thumbnails, guys.
Most of the things you need to know in order to begin your journey in Lords of the Fallen. But this game goes far deeper than what I've covered in this video.
I would assume so.
Because part of the fun is figuring things out.
Facts.
With this knowledge, you
smart.
Are more than equipped to begin your journey in Mornstead to take down the demon god Adir. And man, I can't wait for some of y'all to get hands on with this game because...
Same, brother. I cannot wait either.
All you Souls fans out there are going to love it. But anyways though guys, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like on it. Make sure you're subscribed because I'm going to have a lot more content coming out very soon.
Yes, buddy.
Absolutely not want to miss.
Leave a like.
Let me know how excited you are down in the comment section below. And
I like this YouTuber a lot. Like he gives some good information about Souls games and stuff like that. Yo, what's up, Luigi, bro? How you doing? All right. So yeah, that was cool. There's other videos, but I'm not gonna watch them now. But like, yeah, man, I really want to play this game so much. Like, I love this game. Like, I've never even played the game and I love it. So yeah, anyways.